Hello, I am back again to do more Endwalker. It's time to continue on this momentous adventure. When last we left off, last night, in case you've forgotten, we found a bunch of rabbits haunting the moon. And, now we're kind of trying to deal with that whole situation. They also think we're children. So let's talk to Living Way and continue. With the final days fast approaching, Living Way is keen to complete her preparations. Oh, also, we kind of killed Zodiac. Right then. Now that you're here, we need you... Wow, words. We need you to teach us all you can about your people, and quickly. It won't be long before the final days are upon us in all their terrible grandeur, so it is imperative that we be prepared to receive our passengers to be. If there is anything at all that may displease them, it must be addressed post-haste. And address it we shall. Here at Bestways Borough, we have assembled everything required to offer our guests the best way forward. We have produced myriad amenities we understand to be essential for day-to-day living, and wish to hear your opinions on them. I'm sure you've all worked up an appetite, so why don't we start with foodstuffs? Meet me at the Caratorium, and we'll see about filling your bellies. Oh no. The Caratorium. She does not want for enthusiasm. The notion of Aetheri's rotting to its core being a matter of course is rather concerning, though. Nevertheless, let us take this opportunity to learn more of the Loporrits and this vessel. Also the moon's spaceship. And here's your, you know, Endwalker spoiler warning, in case you needed one of those. In case it weren't already obvious. There will be spoilers ahead. We only got 3 levels of Dragoon left, and then we max it. Then what do we do? Okay, do I need to go down to go through? I think I need to. Can I just drive through here? That is very far down. Someone's got their chocobo out. Oh my. That is colorful. The Caratorium. Okay. Are there any Aether shards? Okay, those don't appear to be enemies. Nope, that's an enemy. There we go. Welcome to the Caratorium. Here we create prototypes of the various sundries required by our soon-to-be passengers. Allow me to introduce the head of foodstuff production. Cooking Way, pleasure to meet you all. Our work has involved no small amount of trial and error, but after many, many cycles of painstaking labor, I dare say we have created the finest cuisine our guests could ask for. I've learned all about the essential nutrients for a healthy and balanced diet from the reference materials we received. Why, I've practically worn the words from those invaluable pages. Naturally, we've also considered the ease of growth and production. We will not want for ingredients. I must insist you try some. We have fresh stock recently prepared on account of, well, because we just woke up and we're all quite famished. Hop along the platforms here and you'll find a storage unit full to bursting with delectable delights. Help yourself to anything you like. Gonna fix this. There we go. My computer blanket was being fussy again. Oh, quite literally hop. Oh, you see that camera jerk there? That's some weird spasm I have when I'm doing jumping stuff. I like tense up and suddenly my camera goes jerking all over the place. Blasting way. Well, here's a conundrum. Which carrots should we start with? I vote Philosopher's Carrots. They'll keep us light on our toes. No, Iron Carrots first. We won't go far without bulging those. Huh. You open the storage unit and find a rainbow-colored assortment of carrots. An assuming orange carrot, peculiar-looking blue carrot, vibrant yellow carrot, ominous crimson carrot. Ominous crimson carrot! The soft texture and relodent aroma of this crimson creation belial its staggering weight. The excessive length and girth only compound the mystery, leaving you perplexed as to the nature of this carrot. Are you certain you wish to eat this carrot? Yes. Yes, I want to eat the weird one. On second thought, you elect to simply take an obscenely large carrot for now. Due to its bizarre qualities, it would be prudent to ask Cooking Way whether it's safe to eat first. I want to eat the carrot! Let me eat the carrot! So, did any of our selections set your mouth to watering? Obscenely large carrot. Even VR are like to swoon at the sight of so grand a carrot. That or be offended by all those who assume that they would. Excellent. Ah yes, a fine choice. One of my personal favorites, actually. Please dig in. I'm eager to hear what you think. Eat the obscenely large carrot. With great trepidation, you take a bite out of the carrot. The carrot is oddly Okay, Dim, he likes the strange, obscenely large carrot, apparently. That is also girthy. The carrot is oddly tender, but as you begin to chew, a rich aroma fills your nostrils. A newfound vigor begins swelling within you. The rumbling of your stomach, however, suggests it may simply be indigestion. Iron carrot. You suddenly find yourself full of vim and vigor. What do you think? Unlike anything you've ever tasted, yes? The iron carrot can be a bit difficult to digest, but the boost to endurance it promises makes the perfect meal before a day of heavy lifting. We have plenty of other varieties too. Bleeding carrots to improve blood flow, dream carrots to help with sleep. So you see, we have a carrot for every occasion. These carrots are extraordinary, but what if I don't like carrots? I can certainly see demand for this in Charlian. But what if I don't like carrots? Dim's not a vegetable man. He likes his ramen. You don't like carrots? Oh, you must mean you don't like them served in this fashion. Worry not. We have pureed versions on hand if you haven't the time to chew. I take it you too had a wide assortment of carrots to choose from and not else? If I may ask, what exactly did these collaborators share with you about cuisine on the Theres? Surely you are aware that we have abundance of dishes and foods you could emulate. Of course we are, but, well, it was only quite recently that we established contact. Even holding a conversation was a struggle at first, so imagine our surprise when they sent a mountain of books and documents with no clear instructions. The sheer amount of information was overwhelming. Even if it wasn't for that encyclopedia I found, we would have been at a loss as to where to begin. So we decided, rather than divide our resources to prepare a variety of middling and potentially unsatisfying meals, it would be more efficient to devote our efforts to the production of a single perfect food. That's all well and good, but man cannot live on raw carrots alone. Have you considered cooking them? You mean steaming, boiling, roasting, and the like? I suppose we could prepare carrots in other ways, but our primary concern was efficiency. And what's more efficient than sinking your teeth into a carrot fresh from production? A rather strange approach to take for one named Cooking Way, isn't it? Well, technically speaking, Cooking Way isn't my given name. When first created, we were all named in the old tongue. You know, that otherwise impenetrable parlance the Watcher speaks. After we received a great tome of words, a dictionary that is, from our collaborators, we learned your language. Adverbs, gerunds, present continuation verbs, conjunctions, just the basics. Then we found the terms related to our given tasks and used them to form new names. Aren't they helpful? No, not really, but it does explain a great deal. Wherefore didst thy kind deem such a change necessary? When the rest of your people arrive, we want to be certain they understand immediately what each of us does. You'd never be able to pronounce our original names anyway. I see. I hope our critiques, such as they are, were helpful to you. Though, if you should decide to preserve flora and fauna from Aetherius as well, you would be able to offer the passengers a more balanced diet. Until such a day, one I pray comes sooner than later, it would appear there is naught but carrots on the menu. Oh yeah, we need some more food. Need more than just carrots. As Thancred said, man cannot live on carrots alone. Living Way is eager to show you more of the moon's wonders. I think we've had our fill of carrots for now. Let's move on to other necessities, shall we? Our clothing production is sure to impress. This way. Oh no. I'm kinda scared. Ah! So, they're gonna rescue us from the fate of the world and take us on a ship that is the moon and feed us only carrots. I see nothing wrong with this. Don't mind my saddlebag. Here we are, the apparel production station. We've chosen to employ more traditional methods for this task, creation magics. Hydaelyn, in her infinite wisdom, blessed us with the self-same affinity for magic her people have possessed. We have other amazing talents, of course, and I know you're dying to hear about them, but I will regale you with the details another time. That said, we did run into a spot of trouble at first. Our magic alone was not sufficient to see our work done. In the end, we discovered crystallized aether was a wonderful catalyst that could provide us with the extra V's we needed. My, how resourceful. Ah, the sweet sound of recognition! You will also be impressed to hear we've read all about your habit of changing attire to match your chosen profession. For the sake of efficiency, I presume? This has also been taken into account with our designs. But why take my word for it when you can simply try on our clothes? Make yourselves known to the workers, and they will see to the rest. I mean, Dim usually chooses his gear with form over function. So, oop, he's meant to go this way. It's definitely not up his alley. Haha, I found out how to climb those. Restless Leopard. Ah, it's you! One of the visitors from Aetherius! Goodness me, Mapping Way wasn't kidding, you really are smaller than the Watcher. Oh right, you're here to try on a set of clothes, yes? What would you have me fashion for you today? An outfit that embodies my bloodlust, something simple yet functional, fashionable and refined simple. An outfit that embodies my bloodlust. My desire for souls, fresh souls, embodies your... what? This will only take a moment. Oh, here we go. Oh no, Dim. Oh, Dim. Oh, Dim. Oh, Dim, you look terrible. There we are, all finished. A perfect fit, if I do say so myself. I would be lying if I said I understood what bloodlust is, but I assume it's something you enjoy. I made certain the clothes are flexible, yet sturdy enough to endure whatever it is you plan to do while wearing them. Would you look at that? Speechless. And here I thought you might not like it. If you've a mind to try something else, why not speak with my fellow artisans? I'm sure they'd be happy to oblige. You must continue wearing these garments in order to progress. You will change back to your normal garments if you move too far away. Look to your map for the garment's change area of effect. Speak with the restless Loperate to restore or prolong the garment change. Oh no. So, oh. I look hideous. Oh gosh, I am hideous. Oh, Dim. I'm sorry, buddy. I think you're a beautiful boy. Normally, what is it? What sort of pants is he wearing? What? It's terrible. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, he looks terrible. I'm sorry, buddy. Jubilant Loperate. Help. Okay, fine. Ah, no one said you'd be coming, or how can I help you? You wish to try my clothes, really? Of course, it would be my honor. Do you have anything in mind? Anything with a little more flair? I'm looking for clothes with an altogether different design. Surprise me. More flair. I think I can handle that. Let's see. This should do. Oh, here we go. Oh no. Some of my best work yet. Times and tastes truly have changed. Used to be so rare for anyone to request clothing with a focus on form over function. Thankfully, I had a spare concept for robes made using a different fabric. I think it looks rather fetching. I was worried how the concept would turn out when put to the proof, but it looks stunning on you. Won't you go and show a living way? I'm sure she's eager to see what we've come up with. You must continue wearing these garments in order to progress. Oh. Oh, Dim. Dim. No, Dim. Oh, no, my boy. What have they done to my boy? What have they done to you? They've made you hideous. Okay, to be fair, this outfit is better than the last one, I think. They are not his style or my style. Let's put it that way. Oh gosh, the bandit. It's terrible. It gets worse the longer I look at it. Take it off me. Mine won't we look? No, we don't look splendid. The result of much trial and error. But I know quality work when I see it. Shh, you needn't speak. I can see your adoration for the moon and we Loperates in your eyes. No doubt your friends feel the same, having sampled our creations. Guys. Oh, Urianger. Oh, Thancred. Oh, Urianger, what have they done to you? Sorry to have kept you waiting. Thancred. They insisted we all sample all of their concepts ere we returned. Oh, Urianger. Verily, 'tis an ensemble most becoming. Yeah. I think it's past time we return these clothes. was so confident our garments would meet with your approval. Whatever are we doing wrong? The Watcher taught us that in his time everyone wore the same robes. To do otherwise was against social etiquette. We thought we could appeal to modern taste by tailoring the robes to specific professions, but... Please, you mustn't be so hard on yourselves. Should we resort to evacuating the people of Aetheris, they will most certainly have need of your attire. 'Tis clear you spared no effort in addressing our needs, but you must understand that we are not quite so homogeneous. Homogeneous. Speaking for myself, what I wear now better suits my tastes, even if it is of inferior make. But there are others whose choices may be influenced by traditions or personal experience. Rather than make assumptions for the whole, you must consider the individual and their potential preferences. I fear we've underestimated the complexity and diversity of your people. Even if we'd memorized every tome we've received, I doubt we'd have fared much better. Maybe we're doing you a disservice trying to shower you with our baubles and frippery, thinking it was for your benefit when you'd be better off on your own. There are some who might agree, people who prefer to keep others at arm's length even when they don't know they shouldn't. As one such former fool, I'd like to ask you a question. This plan to evacuate and escape the final days, did it account for the reflections of the source as well? Not that I'm aware of. We were born of Heidelin's love for Aetheris, and the salvation of the people on that star and that star alone has ever been our aim. Surely it's better to devote ourselves to saving one world than to divide our efforts across 14 and risk failing them all. I suppose you're right. Living Way, might we have leave to explore Bestway's burrow unattended? You have given us much to think about. Why, certainly. Until later, then. If I may, I should like to accompany thee a while longer. Really? I mean, you're more than welcome to. There was actually something I wish to speak with you about. Let's be off then, shall we? There's a loppered snooping on me. Hey you, snooper. What you want? Ah! My apologies, I wasn't trying to spy or anything. Everyone's been talking about the visitors come from Aetheris, and I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. I was excited at first, but now I'm worried. What if the people of Aetheris refuse to come? What if we can't save them? It's clear we've made a mess of things. Oh, but wait! We still haven't finished visited the domiciles. Once you see them, you'll understand how wonderful the moon truly is, I'm sure of it. I'll be waiting for you by the teleporter near the entrance. Oh, and the name's Growing Way, by the way. See you soon. Aww. They are just trying to do their best. And of course they wouldn't know anything. They've been literally stuck on the moon for who knows how long. Since Heidelin created them. Things. Splitting Way. There's Growing Way. You're here! You're really here! Thank you so much, sorry, what should I call you? Dimma Louis, eh? Crikey, even your names are amazing. Well, Dimma, we'll be using this teleporter to enter the residential area, whenever you're ready. Yes.
ready in the teleporter.
Oh, the cutscenes are so good. Love the depth of field. The lighting. Uh-oh.
Huh? Access to living quarters restricted due to reconstruction. Then where is it? Oh no!
Where have I been sent?
A private audience, as thou didst request, for reasons I know not.
Just a precaution. I'd rather I didn't have to ask the question at all, but I take my responsibilities very, very seriously. Do you and your friends, by any chance, find our accommodation wanting? Be honest, brutally even.
'Twould be ungracious of me to belittle the efforts of thee and thine.
Lovely sentiment, really. But the disappointment is writ plain on your comrades' faces. It's all the more frustrating since no one will come out and say what they find wanting. If there are faults in our work, we need to know. We can, we will do better. But time is not on our side. The final days will wait for no one. If your people are to be saved, we must take quick and decisive action. This vessel must serve as a home for as many passengers as possible, for far longer than we may like. Which brings me to my request. Our collaborators on Atheris are doing what they can to prepare for the voyage. Would you be willing to go and lend them a hand? Having seen the moon for yourself, you could speak to its many splendors, learn what else they might require, and assuage whatever concerns they have.
Wherefore wouldst thou entrust me with such a task?
How to put it? You're the only one who appears not to be wholly unsatisfied with our work. Oh, quite good at pretending that's the case, at least. Calm, collected, tactful to a fault. Very particular with your words, too. You understand that, in the face of great danger, one cannot pursue perfection at the expense of practicality. The difficult choices must often be made for the greater good.
And so fate doth conspire to set my feet upon this path once more.
Come again?
Idle musings. 'Tis no trifle thou dost ask, yet full well do I understand the urgency and necessity.
Oh, dear me! Dear me! I was terribly sorry for the mix-up. It's a bit of a malfunction. I hadn't realized the residential quarters were inaccessible, you see. But you're still in one piece. So, all's well that ends well, yes? Won't happen again. I promise.
Ariange. Poor guy. He's always doing his best and keeps getting thrown in these situations. Gosh, that was embarrassing. I promise to be more careful from now on. Since the residential quarters are closed for now, I've rerouted the teleporter to allow travel between floors instead. Hopefully it proves useful in the meantime. Shame you couldn't see it, though. You really would have liked it. You can now travel between the upper and lower floors of Bestway's burrow via the teleporter. Excellent. Thank you. Not that. There we go. Greenway is keen to put his recent mishap behind him. It may not seem like it, but we've been planning for this far longer than I'd care to admit. Each time we woke up, we'd have a long discussion about how to save as many of you as we can. Felt like everyone had an opinion on this or that. But the one thing we all agreed upon was that the people of Atheres wouldn't take action to save themselves until it was far too late. That's why we're striving to make the moon a vibrant, magical place they'd hop at the chance to visit, rather than waiting for the flames of oblivion to get them off their tails and force them to accept our invitation. The residential quarters may not be up to the necessary standards just yet, but there are plenty of other places worth seeing. You've already had a look around the Caratorium, but wait until you see what's waiting for you at the east end of the burrow. Follow me. Okay. Going burrow exploring. And I think... Yep, we do need to go down. No one murder me. There he is. Hello, Growing Way. Good, you're here. Through this door is Greatest Endsvale. It was named as such because it's the veil to end all veils. The most beautiful forest you'll ever see. We understand that the people of Atheres enjoy taking leisurely walks through natural spaces and the like, so I'm sure you'll enjoy it. How about we start with a nice stroll to the fountain? This way. Okay. Let's do it. The moon is massive. Forest. Hoping way, reading way, grinding way. Hidden carrot. Learning way. This looks like Roller Coaster Tycoon. It is indeed magical. I will say that. I don't know about forest though. Very much theme park carnival. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll convince people. But I think they'll miss the trees. And the wind. And the water. And home. So, what did you think of the forest? It's positively isn't it positively pleasant? Simply sublime? Couldn't see the forest or the trees. I didn't see any... Wait, you don't mean those crystals out there are... It is as transcendent as burying your face in a chocobo's plumage and taking a good long whiff. Couldn't see the forest or the trees. You're pulling my tail. You're in the forest right now. Building this place was a challenge, let me tell you. Since we were born here, we've never seen trees in person before, let alone a forest. The information set by our collaborators was quite enlightening. But after much deliberation, we decided to use crystalline constructs in place of living trees. And thanks to our atmospheric circulation system, this place produces air as clean as you'll find in a forest on Atheres. The fountain here behind us powered by the rather large crystal adorning its top, plays a vital role in supplying us with fresh water. Much time and effort was spent making it the most spherical of spheres, and I dare say the unparalleled roundness speaks for itself. I enjoy nothing more than a nice long stretch and a spot of relaxation whenever I come up here. You look like you could do with the stretch yourself. I don't know who just messaged me, so give me 1 second. I want to see what this is. Okay, yep. Sorry, I had a message from a friend. Let me go ahead and just take care of that. I'm just checking with my friend real quick to make sure everything's good. Feeling tense, Demo? Why not stretch and relax? Okay. Stretch. Oh, that is quite the stretch. Good job, buddy. That's the spirit. I feel more relaxed simply watching you. A sight worth the many years spent building this place. It's not too much to ask. It's always been a dream of mine to take a walk through the forest with someone from Aetheris. Could we, maybe? Okay. Okay. Crisis averted. We are good to go. You will? Oh, be still, my quivering whiskers. Growing Way is now accompanying you. Alright. Let's go. Changing to Dragoon. Because I'm gonna need to unlock these zones. Oh, I guess swap back to... Hang on. Sprinting time, Growing Way. Speed up. Keep up with me. Okay, there we go. Now that we're safe from losing experience, we're gonna go to this chatty point. Ask if you can taste the rainbow crystal. What? No, I'm not even sure what it is you do with crystals on Aetheris, but we don't eat them. And certainly not this one. It's possessed of all 6 elements: wind, lightning, fire, earth, ice, and water. We use crystals like these to maintain the moon's elemental equilibrium. It's worth mentioning, though, that because of Heidelin's influence, being the embodiment of tranquility and stasis and all, manipulating the elements here is different than it might be on Aetheris. Conjuring a fire would sooner dry your clothes than singe them, for example. Put simply, the etheric conditions are ill-suited to growth, which is why the surface is mostly barren. Of course, this was all necessary to keep the raging energies of Zodiark in check. That's not ideal. So the moon definitely would not work for long-term inhabitation, then, if that's the case. I was thinking, Dima, that I could be more helpful to you by teaching you a little about the moon and what it is we do. When we were first created, the moon's sole purpose was to hold Zodiark, and there was absolutely nothing to be found here. Eventually, Heidelin gave us our first task: furnish the moon with propulsion systems capable of facilitating travel to other stars. It sounds impressive, and I suppose in some respects it is, but it was only possible thanks to all the knowledge Heidelin shared with us. We also had a lot of time to get it done. 6,000 years, give or take. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of time. But anyway, let's keep going. Okay. One second. Okay, continue on. Go talk to Growing Way over here, see what he has to say. Nope, okay, we already asked about tasting the rainbow, so we're gonna continue on. This may come as a surprise, but we didn't begin building the habitable areas until after the propulsion systems were ready. Considering how long it took, I wish we'd started sooner. Who would have thought we'd need 4,000 years to make all this? It certainly wasn't work you dare rush, either. We had to create infrastructure and countless supporting systems, some of which wouldn't be operational until hundreds of years later. And then there was that brief period where our productivity came to a screeching halt. And that bizarre red satellite was set up from Aetherius and the Alligans mischief, I think. We thought maybe some new nefarious actor was colluding with Zoldyark. All we could do was stand by and brace ourselves for the worst. Oh! That is quite the noise. Can't tell you how relieved we were when Hydaelyn informed us of its destruction. Oh yes, there was much joyous humming on that day. The joyous humming. All's veil that ends veil. Oh my gosh, Square, really? Sadly, do you know— whoa, words. That is not sadly or so. Say, do you notice anything peculiar about the treetops? I mean, apart from the fact that they're massive crystals and not trees. What? Those are trees? Those are towers. I'll give you a hint. It's the gold rings emanating from the glowing spheres. Along with the device fixed near the ceiling, they fulfill a role similar to our sun, and do so better even. The sun and similar celestial objects in the great expanse radiate energy that is harmful to your bodies. These rings shield you from that energy while allowing you to bathe in the perfect amount of sunlight, or rather a close approximation of it. Pretty impressive, wouldn't you say? Oh, and if you look closely, you'll see different types of trees have ever so slightly different curvature. Yes, indeed, this forest truly is the greatest. I feel bad. Like, they put so much work. They really did try their best, but they have... It's just, someone can give you the biggest candy in the world, but if they took away your pet, it's not going to make up for it. There was something else I wanted to tell you about. Oh right. The propulsion systems and the habitat facilities were completed around 2,000 years ago, and with that, the most important features were fit for purpose. Which was all well and good, except we still knew absolutely nothing about the present-day peoples of Aetherius. Why not go and visit Aetherius yourself, you might ask. Strictly forbidden. Were our technology or knowledge of the moon's true purpose exploited for evil ends, the results could be disastrous. And then there were a few more rejoinings, and it became increasingly difficult to converse with Hydaelyn. Fearful we might lose the ability to communicate with her altogether, we beseeched her to find people on Aetherius we could trust to help. We were quite fortunate everything worked out as it did. Well, that definitely explains why they've not gone exploring on the land. With the exception of routine inspections and maintenance, we remained asleep and waited, hopeful Hydaelyn would find someone who would help us. Eventually she did, and though her power was waning, we were able to speak to them directly for a short while. We shared with them everything we could, including our knowledge of the heavens and a means to travel here to the moon. They certainly didn't waste any time with what we taught them. No more than a few years after that, our collaborators found a means to convey messages and supplies to us from down below. With all the letters, books, and other resources they sent, we learned enough to start making more meaningful changes to the moon. And now you're here, hopefully yourself as much as I am. hopefully enjoying yourself as much as I am. I knew you would like the greatest Endsvale. I knew it. Thank you again for coming here, by the way. I know it was just a walk through the forest, but it meant a lot to me. There you are. I take it you've already received the grand tour. Shame we missed it. Growing Way, I've been looking all over for you. Oh, is this about the teleporter to the residential area? No, never mind that. We have more pressing matters at hand. I will be calling an emergency meeting shortly, and your attendance is required. Really? I can't imagine why you'd need me there, but if you insist. We won't be away long, so you all are more than welcome to continue looking about the burrow. Now, come along, Growing Way. Before we arrived, you seemed to be in the midst of a rousing conversation with your guide. Did you learn anything of import? They've spent 12,000 years preparing for this? With the appointed hour fast approaching, I can certainly understand their restlessness, but still. It remains to be seen if the people can be persuaded to evacuate when there are yet no signs of the final days. What's more, the technology of this place defies imagination. I doubt there are many who would readily come to terms with living in such surroundings. Whoever these collaborators are, unless they are possessed of the world's most charming personalities or a means to forcibly evacuate people, they will meet with a great deal of resistance. Indeed, even if faced with annihilation, the decision to forsake all one knows cannot be made lightly. Forgive me, friends, but I must beg your leave. There is another matter which yet begs for mine attention. Of course, we can accompany you if you like. Nay, that will not be necessary, if you will excuse me. Ryanje, actin' sus. At it again. Going the lone wolf route. Going rogue. 'Tis clear now that difficult decisions lie ahead of us. Preparation for the evacuation of Aetheris is indeed crucial, but I am not yet willing to forsake our world and its reflections. And I trust I am not alone in my reticence. Not at all. Back to old trick. By now, Thancred can tell when his friends are up to something. Oh, Ryanje. Ryanje seemed strange to you, more so than usual, I mean. I know he has a penchant for keeping his own counsel, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried. Would you go and see if he's alright? Y'shtoll and I will remain here and see what else we can learn about the final days. If you hurry, perhaps you can catch up to him. I will go catch the boy. The man. The myth, the legend. This way's burrow. Yes, please teleport for 100 gil. Actually, no. We're going to swap the Dragoon really quick. I'm just going to uncover this for the sake of having it. Now we will teleport. When I click the correct buttons. I'm good at this game. I'm very good at this game. Very good. I started doing Eden as well today, which has been a lot of fun. Highly recommend. I definitely need to finish it up, but it's too late now for me to actually get into some dungeons in an efficient amount of time, so back to story for me. There he is. The man, the myth, the legend himself. Ryanje. Ryanje appears to be heading towards the entrance to Bestway Burrow. Ryanje? Are you leaving us all alone, Ariane? Do you not love us, Ariane? Am I not your friend, Ariane? I love him though, he's great. I love the ones where it's Thancred and Ariane and Destiny, and it's just like bro hangout time, which is great. Just chilling with the bros. Northern Mare Lamentorum. Oh, there he is. Ariane ventures off into Mare Lamentorum for reasons unknown. You must tread carefully, else he might sense your presence. Ah, we're gonna sneak after him. It's sneaky time. We're all sneaky beaky. Follow Ariane from a safe distance. The objective will end in failure if you are noticed, or if you fall too far behind. Should you fail to complete the objective, you may try again by returning. I can't crouch. I'm hiding. You can't see me, Ariane. I'm hiding. Dima is not the matter. Damn it! You failed to follow your objective, returning to use the starting point. No! I failed! Oh, I got too close to him. He just turns around. He's like, Dim, is that you? What are you doing? Dim's like, no! It's not me! I'm a rock! Attempt to follow Ariane, yes. Okay, here we go again. Alright. And here I was like, oh yeah, I'm so good at this. Look at how good I am at this. Alright, and then he turns around. Yep, turns around. Then I wait for him to walk. This is gonna be tough. No one's here. No, Ariane, you come back. You sprinty little man. Sprint away from me. Put that away, Dim. You see nothing. Oh, you sprinty man. Oh, that was hard. Thought I was gonna lose him.
Thine arrival is timely as ever.
Did you know I was back there the whole time?
Thou didst chance to overhear my conversation with Living Way, I presume?
Yes.
'Twas not mine intent to move in shadow. Nevertheless, I have been asked to do that and more yet again. Is it so plain that these strangers could intuit it at a glance? My capacity for silence and secrecy and duplicity.
Oh, Ryonji, buddy.
When Grahatir did contrive to deliver the first at the price of his own life, I was complicit in the scheme. A sacrifice averted for a mercy. Would that I could say the same for Minfilia. One life for one world. And by that bloody bargain brokered by my hand were the scions robbed of a dear comrade, and Flamine her beloved daughter.
Oh, Ryonji.
Two souls, whose selflessness was beyond measure, whose resolve was unshakable. They would not be moved even had I thought to protest. But protest I did not. Far from it. I pushed them forward. No effort did I make to seek out alternatives, ones that would not demand such terrible costs. That resignation weigheth heavy on my mind, as does the memory of another lost to mine inaction. Dearest Moonbringer, who did face death unflinching, that we might secure a means to bring low the Ascians. In her hour of need, I did naught. Dutiful disciple of Louisoix, ever looking to the greater good. Had I shut mine eyes and bid her live instead, mayhap she would be with us today.
You've done so much, Ryonji.
Selfish wants, born of everlasting regrets. Most days I put them from my mind, but could think of naught else when asked to swallow the same bitter draught. Subterfuge and sacrifice. Mayhap the right moral choice, but one I regard with great trepidation.
Ryonji.
The calamity of Amarot was a tragedy beyond reckoning. One which must never again come to pass. Thus must we struggle, haunted by ghosts of those we have lost, clinging to those we pray we can yet save.
Well said.
But what of those we cannot? How do we make peace with the dreadful algebra of necessity?
Sometimes there is no right answer. Have faith in yourself and your decisions. Take heart and protect well those you can. Would that we had time to weigh the costs. Sometimes there's no right answer.
I am not alone in my discomfort, then?
No.
'Tis surprising, though perhaps not. We scions are wont to debate strategy at length, but are resolute and unwavering in execution. Strange. Scarcely can I remember when last we spoke alone, and so candidly.
It's been a while.
I thank thee. For all my supposed skill with words, I find it difficult to express such private thoughts.
Happy to help, buddy.
As for the Loporrit's proposition, I will take time and consider how to respond. 'Twould be to our mutual benefit if we could converse more openly with our aspiring caretakers. A concern I should be glad to address on the Scion's behalf. To dispense with all pretense and bare one's heart to another is a frightening thing indeed. But we cannot move forward ere we take that bold first step. A lesson I have learned many times before. And today.
What are they saying? Curse these ears! I've heard bugger all! No matter. We've got our plans.
Don't like that. Do not like it. Don't like it at all. I do not. Oh, here we go. In truth, my reason for traveling hither was to effect a plan of mine own. A plan which may pave a way forward for us all. May, I say, for there is no guarantee of success. 'Tis the reason I set out alone, that, failure should it come, would be mine to bear alone. Yet thou standest before me with proffered hand and open heart. 'Twould be remiss of me to refuse thy amity. So I ask, wouldst thou join in mine endeavor? Of course, always got your back, bud. You are my friend, Urianger, and I like you. Quite glad for your company. I thank thee for accompanying me. 'Tis a simple plan, in truth. We shall not be long away from Bestway's Burrow. Difficult decisions must needs be made in the coming days, but I nevertheless believe we are all of one mind in our desire to save the people of Atheris. To make clear our resolve to the Loporrits, I would offer them a gift, but its making doth require a most singular ingredient. Oh. Let's make him presents. We doing crafts. Okay, up. Up somewhere. Oh, there it is. What you looking for, Urianger? Ah, an abundance of spongoi. Excellent. I chanced to spy this aggregation when crossing Zodiark's erstwhile prison. Using a spell taught to me by the Numo, I believe these shall suffice for the gift I would fashion. The magic requireth considerable concentration, however. Might I prevail upon thee to stand watch whilst I perform the incantation? Pardon me, the incantation. Of course, stand watch at the designated location and defeat any enemies that appear. Wandering Definium? Leave Urianger alone. He's just trying to make presents. Oh, that block is cool. Well done, Tim. Surveying the nearby area, you see no sign of potential threats. This would be a good opportunity to see how Urianger is faring. How you doing? Magic Man. Urianger remains fixated on his work. He is just focusing. There, 'tis done. A magicked ink, every ounce as efficacious as that crafted by the Numo. Rare is the occasion I would conjure mine own, but is nevertheless a most useful skill. The resulting product is, admittedly, possessed of no preternatural properties, but its hue is one of mine own choosing, which I pray the Loporrits will appreciate. Dimma! Urianger! Oh, thank goodness, I thought you had been eaten or had perhaps fallen into a crater. Y'shtola has been looking all over for you, Dimma. She says she needs to speak with you about something most urgent, dire even. She was also quite clear that she wishes to speak with Dimma alone. which means I'm afraid that you must stay behind, Urianger. But worry not. It just so happens we need your help with an errand, delivering a package from the Watcher's palace to Bestway's burrow. It's quite large and heavy, perhaps even too heavy for we poor loporets, and we would be ever so grateful if you could lend us a hand. Well, I suppose it should be going then. How about an extra pair of hands before I go and meet with Y'shtola? That's convenient. Suspiciously convenient. You insinuating I would betray the trust of Hydaelyn's chosen? Or worse, do anything to risk getting on Y'shtola's bad side? She's clearly not one to be crossed, nor made to wait. Now, off with you. Worry not, Dimma. I shan't be long. I am very worried. I mean, granted, I think Urianger could punt all of those fuzzy little balls of fur, but, like, I'm still incredibly worried for Urianger. I don't like the fact that they just separated him from us, and I'm worried where they're taking him. Especially with the danger. He's a healer. I know he's a strong mage. He could... Oh, he'll be fine. Urianger will be fine. He's not gonna get attacked. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. If he's not fine, I'm gonna throw a rabbit. I'll just ball him up and just throw, go sailing and then do a little bloop, right into a lake. Y'shtola! They took Urianger! Oh, Dimma, we thought you would be away for far longer. A dire emergency? I said no such thing. But as you are here, I could use your assistance with one small matter. Runningway, a companion of Growingway's, apparently has much to tell us of the final days. The problem, however, is that he is determined to live up to his name, refusing to stay still long enough for us to hold a conversation. Is there anywhere he's likely to stop and rest, or perhaps there's a way to slow him down? What's the rush? I was thinking we should wait here, maybe enjoy a cold mug of carrot juice and... No? Well, if it's really that important, you can try using these balls of mouse flesh, not to be confused with the other thing. Runningway's other notable feature is his incessant chatter, so you'll have no trouble finding him in a crowd, and when you do, try lobbing your balls at him. Crude, but if it proves effective. He was here in the greatest Endsvale when last I saw him. Let's split up and find him. Okay. But you guys didn't ask me to be here. Urianger is gone. Guys, we have more pressing matters. They took Urianger. Search your surroundings for Runningway. You can use the mouse and do the zoomy zooms to find the zoomy zooms. Runningway? Question mark? Oh, that's smart. If this is meant to be a joke, it isn't funny. Got it. Yes, I'm Runningway. Do you mind explaining why you hit me in the face with your balls of mouse flesh? Moose flesh? I'm highly knowledgeable about the final days? Ha! That's the most ridiculous thing I've heard since I woke up. Who told you that joke? As if we've got time to look into the final days when there's so much to do before the Great Voyage. It's true that Hydaelyn did impart to us some knowledge of the event, but I know about as much as any other loporet around here. Less, probably. I don't know why anyone would think it's funny to go around telling people I'm an expert, but they'd better hope I don't get my paws on them. Sorry I couldn't be of more help, but if there's nothing else, I've work to do. And I'm off. I don't like this at all. I am very stressed about Urianger. We need to find him. We need to save him. There's a problem. Stola! Thancred! Please stop playing with the lovebirds. This is really... That music. This is... Go away. I have an Urianger to save. I love your music, but I have an Urianger to save. I could find neither hide nor hair of him. How did you fare? So he knows no more than the others. Care to explain yourself, Growing Way? Well, you see, I misremembered. Yes, that's it. I misremembered. Terribly sorry about that. I'm afraid of drawing a blank, though. Try as I might, I can't remember who I was thinking of. On an unrelated note, what of Urianger? I assume you spoke with him earlier, but what did he say when? But did he say when he'll be returning? On his way to the Watcher's Palace with Livingway. Between Growing Way's sudden lapse of memory and our lack of other leads, maybe our time would be better spent lending Urianger a hand. What? Now hold on a moment. It's all coming back to me. Yes, I remember. The information you're looking for is in the archives. Yes, that's where you'll find all sorts of useful information, including that pertaining to the final days. Guys, there's an Urianger in danger. We need to stop faffing about with this. Growing Way is fidgeting with nervous energy, but is it from excitement or worry? Oh, what to do? I promised Livingway I would help, but... Oh, I promised I'd help, and that's what I'll do. The archives are on the second floor of the main plaza, the eastern wing. Follow me. I suspect the Leopards are up to something, but if there's aught to be learned of the final days, I think it's best we play along. For now, at least. What about Urianger? I'm more worried about him! I'm worried about the Urianger! What about him? Just not care? Y'shtola! Please! Y'shtola! They're gonna hurt him! They're gonna kidnap him! They're gonna turn him into mincemeat! He'll be rabbit food! Urianger! He'll be fine. He'll be fine. It'll be okay. I'm legitimately stressed and worried about this. Like I said, there are large chunks of this game that for whatever reason I just don't remember. Because of my memory. I'm so anxious. I just want him to be okay. Okay, let's take the teleporter up. For Barrows. Is it Barrows or Burrows? Moonsail. That's cool. Part of the matter. Speak with Growing Way. The archives are right through the store, but it seems to be locked. I guess we'll just have to go and find whoever has the key. Growing Way, enough. If you have naught else to tell us of the final days, you need only say so. We can ill afford to be wasting time here, as you well know. Did you yourselves not tell us we must act quickly? Yes, we did, but... The moon was to be a perfect paradise for the people of Aetheris, and we were running out of time to make everything ready for their arrival. We hoped you'd see the wonders we have to offer, but you found nothing but faults and flaws in our work. Only one of you saw our potential, so you others must be kept here. Ah, so that's Living Way's game. Run us about in circles, and, failing that, lock us away so we can't put the plan at risk. Everyone except Urianger. Oh, so we were in danger. He understands what is at stake, what must be done. I fear you've misjudged us, Growing Way. Never have we decried the notion of using the moon as a means of escape. That said, my heart breaks at the thought of abandoning Aetheris and her reflections to their doom. If there is a way to avert the final days, I wish to find it. We all do. We may fail, but our efforts would never be at the expense of your plans. But why would you take that risk? There's no room for ifs and maybes now. The people of Aetheris will escape here to the moon. They'll be safe, and we'll finally get to see all their happy, smiling faces. I'm sorry, but we can't let you leave. We just can't. Do what you must, but try not to hurt them. I'll be back in a moment. Don't do anything rash while I'm gone. If we dally, they'll overwhelm us with sheer numbers. I say we knock these ones out, split up, and make our way to the exit. Agreed. Let us reconvene where Argos awaits outside. How dare they? I am actually... Okay, no, you've gone too far now. And you took Urianger. You want to seize me? Seize this. What reinforcements? You okay? You want to reinforce? Reinforce this. Run me around in circles, you take my friends, you try to hold us hostage. He's too powerful. Growing Way returns to stop me. Please come quietly. No. I have to save them. By kidnapping us? I think not. Alright. It's time to escape. Oh, the music is good. Alright, you leave us alone, you loperates. I won't hesitate to beat another one of you. I'm not taking my anger out on them because they stole my Urianger. All of our Urianger. Don't touch the boy. Okay, let's go rescue our friend. Good, you're here. We must hurry to Watcher's Palace and find Urianger.
And what, pray tell, do we seek at the Watcher's Palace?
Oh, come off it, friend. You know full well why we're here. The time has come for you to return to Aetheris and help your brethren prepare for their journey here and beyond.
Forgive me, Living Way, but I cannot in good conscience proceed with this plan.
But what about the final days? The death and the doom? Oh, we have to hurry before it's too late.
I am proud of Urianger. Well done. You've grown.
Your unflagging commitment to your duty is endearing, to say the least.
Oh, good.
Oh, bugger!
Be at ease. They bear you no grudge, nor do I.
No, I bear
How
one.
could we, having come to understand your purpose?
Yeah, I understand your purpose, but my purpose is to punt a rabbit.
For millennia, you and yours worked tirelessly towards the singular purpose of this heavenly vessel's construction. An arduous feat by any measure.
That's true.
'Tis clear you have spared no effort. Why, your very names are a testament to your dedication.
Our names? I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at.
Names are an expression of the self, a declaration of one's hopes and aspirations. Your use of contemporary, uncomplicated nomenclature doth ensure clarity of purpose. There can be no doubt that your love for the people of Aetheris is boundless and pure.
That's true. They were just trying to help.
Yes! Yes! A most mellifluous phrasing! We Loporrits were born of Hydaelyn's love for Aetheris. That shining, shimmering blue jewel, brightest star in the sky, brimming with life and possibilities. For as long as I can remember, I've toiled in anticipation of the day when this vessel might be needed. All I've ever wanted was to meet those she cherished so dearly, to serve and serve well. That goes for all of us, don't you see? So help us. Help us help them. Lead them here where we can keep them safe. If there's anything wrong with what we've built, we'll fix it. We'll make it right.
Your works want not for repair. Yet there remaineth much for you to learn of men and your own kin besides. Singing Way, thy name bespeaketh more than the simple marriage of rhythm and rhyme. The songs of Aetheris are beyond counting, and span the length and breadth of emotion. Maps are monuments to man's pioneering spirit and his devotion to charting the furthest reaches of our star. Many have devoted their lifetimes to exploratory pursuits, to venture unto the highest mountains and the deepest oceans in search of unknown frontiers. And thou, my friend, I do not think we've met.
My name is Puddingway.
Precious.
Puddingway? Yes, indeed. A name of deep and abiding significance, I'm sure, but one perhaps better communicated through delicious deeds than tasteless words. A judicious application of fey magics at a later juncture may be appropriate. And Living Way. 'Tis no easy feat to convey the significance of thy moniker. When I was a bookish boy, a dear friend of mine was fond of peppering me with questions as I read, to my occasional annoyance. One day, I posed to her a question of mine own. What doth it mean to live? After much contemplation, she proffered this answer, the anticipation of a half-read story's conclusion. The hope today's mistake may serve as tomorrow's lesson. The wish that a new acquaintance may one day call thee friend. She believed it to be all these moments and more.
I want to understand, but...
I, too, still labor to find mine own answer. 'Twould be my pleasure to assist you and yours in embarking on a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment. for thee. Ink as blue as the waters of Aetheris. Made in haste, though I assure thee, the quality has not suffered for it. The people need not be persuaded by honeyed words. Nay, I have faith they shall do what is right in due course. Until they do, I beg your patience, friends. And with that ink, let us fill the empty pages of Livingway's compendium. An open exchange of ideas will surely afford you all a better understanding of modern man, and with it, ideas for improvements and renovations. But more importantly, it shall empower us to together find a way forward.
I hope you're right. Thank you for this lovely gift.
Aww.
There you have it. I shall remain with the Loporrits to ensure that all is in order. Though we must needs prepare for every eventuality, you would all agree that the evacuation of our star is a last resort.
Yes.
To accept failure is to accept the demise not only of our star, but that of Reen's, of all reflections, and the souls that call them home. Which is why I have every faith that you shall fight to the last, that such drastic measures may prove unnecessary.
Should the worst come to the worst, and I pray deeply that it won't, I'll take comfort in knowing preparations were made under your watchful eye.
Aye, thou mayest be assured that if calamity cometh, not a soul will be left behind, if being the operative term.
That flower. How came it into your possession? How very like her. Guided by its light, you may come to know her true intentions. Intentions which remain a mystery even to us. In our time, we called it Elpis. You would do well to remember the name.
I hate to interrupt, but I feel like I need to make amends for all the secrecy.
Think nothing of it. We haven't been the most gracious of guests. Do convey our apologies to Growingway and the others.
But of course! And when next we welcome more guests from Aetheris, we'll have learned to be much more hospitable hosts. Oh, and circling back to the matter of inappropriate secrecy, we ought to discuss our benefactors.
Yes, please.
Agreed. The Charlayan Forum, yes?
What? How did you know?
The more I heard, the more obvious it became. The Forum's aims align closely with those of your anonymous patrons. A telling coincidence would be an understatement. Though had we not taken it upon ourselves to peruse certain restricted tones in Labyrinthos, we might still be unaware of their plans. But let us continue this discussion upon our return. I dare say we have kept Alphino and the others waiting long enough.
I'm not mad at them anymore. That was very well done. Oh, Arianje. He's so good. Eat my last egg. Oh, that's crafting soup. Chocolate. It was a relief to see Leaving Way was pleased with my gift of ink. To serve and serve well. Though their knowledge may be lacking, their boundless love is a blessing without peer. It will be no easy task to prepare them for what must needs be done, but gladly do I embrace this duty, even if it doth necessitate that we part ways for a time. I'll miss you. Forgive me my absence, but I have the utmost faith in you, and all our fellow scions. When next I return to Aetheris, I pray I find you all in good health and good spirits. Oh, have a good time, Urianger. Returning home. Your excursion on the moon concluded, Yushal is keen to return to Aetheris. With the Loporrit's and Urianger's capable hands, we needn't worry about affairs here in our absence. Knowing now the fate of their earthly collaborators, there is much to discuss with Alphino and the others. Let us return to the Tower of Babel. Our battle for the star will soon begin in earnest, and we must be prepared. Okay. Goodbye, Urianger. Be safe. This is the bard. I want to go through the actual gate somehow. Where's the gate? Where's the exit? Another gate. There it is. Good luck. Oh, actually, I want to talk to the Watcher. Is the Watcher just an extension of Heidelin? I chanced to spy you crossing the chasm and feared something was amiss. But all is well, and more importantly, I have been given the opportunity to behold a wonderful sight. Keep the Elpis close, and its light will be your guide. No. Time to go. That is an eyeball with a tail. Alright. Proceed to the nether gate. Well, at least it's not red anymore. Gods, I can scarcely believe we went to the moon and back. But we'll have time to reflect on that later. Right now, we need to head back to Camp Broken Glass and deliver a thoroughly detailed report to Lucia. I'd like very much to know how everyone is getting on here as well. They'd only just begun to treat the tempered prisoners when we left. I share your curiosity, but warning our allies of the final days is of greater importance. I speak not only of the contingent, of course. The heads of state of every nation must know what we have learned. We know not when or where or in what manner the final days will begin to manifest, and so we must see that everyone is prepared. Agreed, though we may wish to stress the importance of discretion, lest the public be sent into a panic. Not that anyone in a position of responsibility should need to be told as much, but it bears repeating. Anyway, first things first, to Camp Broken Glass. And we are just teleporting there. Because we're gonna go fast. Speed. Back home! Back home! Back home! We made it! We can breathe air again! Oh, air, soil, earth, the sky. When is that gonna go away? Oh, it's such a horrible sight. Hey Lucia, we're back from the moon. We went to the moon. It's good to see you all again. No worse for your lunar adventure, I hope. We've done what we can for now, and believe me, we intend to tell you all about it. But before we do, Might you tell us what's become of Garlemald in our absence? We succeeded in subduing the tempered inside the Tower of Babel. We took many alive, but combined with those who were already in our custody, the number requiring care has grown exponentially. The inclement conditions here have made it difficult, if not impossible, to treat them all here, and so we have petitioned the aid of the allied nations. Some are, understandably, hesitant to proffer assistance, particularly those that were but recently subject to imperial occupation. That said, several others have agreed to grant them refuge for treatment. With the assistance of your fellow scions, we endeavor to see them safely transported and subsequently cured of their tempering. Will all the tempered be relocated? No, not all, no. We have sufficient shelter to attend to those whose treatment has begun, and enough healers have volunteered to remain until their patients have recovered. Eulus is one such patient, though he is not yet fit to receive visitors. Truth be told, it was a miracle he and those in his company were not harmed in the chaos. If not for Alphino and Alizé's timely assistance, I dare say none of them would be with us today. In light of recent developments, have the Alliance leaders come to any decisions regarding Garlemald? Given the tremendous ramifications of what has happened here, it will take time to determine what must be done. In the meantime, they intend to work with the Eastern Alliances to keep watch over the provinces. We have other news to share. Shortly after Anima was defeated, we received reports that each and every tower has vanished. For a mercy, the process was apparently not quite as violent as that you experienced in Thavnir. Those who were trapped within them have been rescued and are receiving treatment. To haste in this endeavor, the beast tribes have received instructions in the magics needed to cure tempering. Master Matoya is no doubt thrilled the Mother Porksea affords her so many visitors. Yes, we are grateful for our ongoing efforts, as well as those of our comrades near and far. As for the contingent, several of our members have been granted leave to return to their homelands, after the transfer of Tempered has been completed. Lucy and I will remain, along with a small force to continue offering aid to those here in Garlemald. The Empire may be no more, but there are yet those who call these lands home. I believe that accounts for recent events here. So, what of the moon and the Telophoroi? Oh boy. That is a tale, let me tell you. The final days. Gods, I prayed your victory would mark the end of our troubles. There is still much we do not know, but the Alliance leaders must be told. Would you be willing to contact them in our stead? Yes, of course. I will send word forthwith. We'll also release your fellow scions from their present duties, so that they may return to Sharlayan. Your energies are better spent finding a means to avert the coming apocalypse. Speaking of your fellow scions, you will be happy to hear that Mistress Kryl, though still on the mend, has been moved to the Baldessian Annex and given into Tartaru's care. I can't pronounce words. Thank you. I look forward to seeing them both upon our return. Let us be on our way, then. One last thing, if I may. After your confrontation with Zodiarch, you said Xenos took his leave, and in all likelihood he has returned here to Garlemald. I have a mind to dispatch scouts to try and ascertain his whereabouts, but first wish to ask if you believe there is any merit in doing so. If they found him, they would not likely live to tell the tale. If you are expecting a trail of destruction to follow, you won't find one. An admirable but futile endeavor. And not likely live to tell the tale. I suppose you're right. To dispatch good soldiers in pursuit of such a beast would be to send them to their deaths. Pray, forget I entertained the notion. While on the subject of Xenos, the 10th Legion has made an official proclamation. They denounce the Crown Prince and condemn his role in the Empire's downfall. His very title has become a source of shame among his former subjects, and its continued use serves only to hinder relations with foreign nations. For this reason, he has been declared as Xenos Viator Galvus, outcast and enemy of Garlemald. Fandaniel is no more, and now his own people turn against him. It seems he's naught but his bloodlust to keep him company. Better that than an army to see it sated. At any rate, I will not keep you longer. I pray your safe passage back to Charlian. Oh! We going straight on back to old Charlian. Look at that. Bye, Garlemald. Oof. We're back. Ooh, look at that fancy bun. Okay. It is time for a change of gear. Because, as you know, we have been running amok in the cold, and we no longer are. So it is time to no longer be cold. Although they did say it's kind of brisk air here. Oh well. No, it's kind of like Mediterranean, isn't it? Either way, Din's back to his old tricks. Also, I got some dyes, so I might be dyeing this top soon. We'll see. Welcome back, Dimma. We were so terribly worried about you. Though it is plain I have caused my own fair share of worry, and for that I apologize. Eidolon called to me that day when you entered the Tower of Babel. Her pleas were faint but desperate, and I knew at once she required a vessel to carry out her will. What came after feels like a dream barely remembered, my body flowing through the life stream towards Garlemald. When I regained consciousness, I was all aches and frostbite, exhausted of ether. So exhausted, in fact, I could only laugh, for it was in that moment I understood Raha's weariness from the Tower of Zod. Would that I could laugh at a time like this, that we prevented Zodiark from being unleashed upon the world. I am curious to know what else took place there on the moon. There are tiny rabbits, and they tried to kidnap us and steal Urianger. Perhaps we should wait for the others to join us before you give your account. Let us reconvene in the main hall once they've arrived. Hey everyone, you ready? Wait for your comrades to arrive. Everyone's here. Sorry to have kept you all waiting. Not at all. We understand you've been quite busy. Will Urianger be joining us? Duty keeps him away, I'm afraid, though Dimma can explain better than I. Wow, I can't read. I may need to call it soon after here, because it looks like I'm incapable of reading tonight. The final days, as befell Emerald. And we are to escape via the moon. What of the source and its reflections? Lena, his granddaughter basically, everyone he protected. I've no intention of standing by while the world falls to ruin. So, how do we stop this? Unfortunately, we have no answers at present. If the celestial currents have grown stagnant, as was the case in the time of Emerald, the solution would be to alter the flow of aether throughout the entirety of the star. The ancients accomplished this by summoning Zodiark, sacrificing half the star's population in the doing. But it should go without saying that such a sacrifice must not, cannot, be repeated. Which leaves us with the daunting task of identifying the underlying catalyst for the final days, a feat which even the Amaritines could not accomplish. Unfortunately, we found no clues in Mare Lamentorum. There is still much we do not know about the catastrophe itself, let alone what may have caused it. The final days were marked by the corruption of the Amaritines' creation magics, but we command no such power, which invites the question, what havoc is in store for us? If we knew that much, perhaps we could draw some parallel with the events of the past and thereby form some semblance of a plan. Perhaps we should start with the Forum then. Having worked with the Loperites in secret all this time, there is surely more they can tell us. Forgive the interruption, but I have urgent news. The Forum is holding a public assembly in the plaza outside. Some sort of announcement. What is Father up to now? There's only one way to find out. That's a lot of Forum members.
Order! Order, I say! I thank you all for gathering here on such short notice. This day we must speak of grave affairs and their implications for the future of Sharlayan, nay, of this very star. Said affairs concern all citizens, and so we have called for a public assembly. You may have heard rumors of the Talopheroi, and the havoc these madmen wreak abroad. Under normal circumstances, we would pay little heed to petty disturbances outside our borders. The final days, however, are another matter altogether. For we dare not ignore these prophetic words of Eld. The Endbearers will come, ushering chaos and calamity. The final days descend and devour the very star.
I've never heard this prophecy.
Is it true? Will all that really happen?
Calm yourselves. The time has come to speak of the Forum's most sacred duties. But first...
Give voice to the voiceless. Let bindings be unbound. By unanimous decree, I declare the enchantment broken.
Master Leveilleur, if you would.
Very well. "270 years ago, our forebears began an expedition in the Dravanian hinterlands, in search of a route to access the ethereal sea. This much is public knowledge. Their findings, however, would become the Forum's most closely guarded secret. What those researchers discovered in the hinterlands
was not a passage unto the ethereal sea, but the very heart of our star, and Hydaelyn herself. She spoke to them of a calamity that would extinguish all life, and of a means by which we might be spared. The moon. 'Tis in truth a gargantuan vessel built to serve as sanctuary for her children and deliver them from this doom. Much like Nunkref's hope in ages past, it will bear the people of a world in the throes of death to a new home.
Needless to say, this will be no small undertaking. To facilitate the great work, the Forum has maintained close contact with the servants of Hydaelyn, who presently reside on the moon. Convinced that the foretold end was all but inevitable, we began amassing a wealth of knowledge, not merely for the betterment of our nation, but in preparation for the journey to come.
You reveal this to us now? By the gods, how long do we have?
While we cannot say with certainty, we believe the hour to be nigh. We received a transmission from the moon suggesting as much not long ago. Which is why we must in earnest begin preparations for the great exodus. For his impressive contributions and the leadership he demonstrated during our withdrawal from Dravania, we have elected Master Leveilleur to oversee this initiative.
Fellow scribes and scholars, my countrymen, we face a threat of unprecedented scale. We must challenge the trials before us with composure and conviction if we are to find salvation. The wisdom of Sharlayan has ever been a shining beacon in the darkness, and so it shall continue to be. It is our solemn charge to see our heritage preserved for future generations. For those who will come after, we will brave a new frontier.
Administrative edicts will be relayed to all major institutions ere long. In the meantime, carry on with your duties. With that, I hereby call this assembly to a close.
Do you remember what Mother told us when we visited home? That it wasn't until after we were born that Father seemed to lose himself in his work. If that great work of his was the evacuation of this star, then...
Yes. It wasn't for his benefit. Would you mind waiting here a moment? I wish to speak with Father before we leave.
Keep it civil, eh?
I may look daggers at him, but I will neither speak nor draw them.
If it's all the same to you, I have a few choice words to share with Father as well.
So, come to call us cowards and bid us join your fruitless battle against the inevitable.
Nay, we do not object to the Forum's proposal. On the contrary, those who wish to flee have every right to do so.
Also, our guy is probably the one who sent that transmission to let you know, just saying.
Urianger is cooperating with your associates on the moon to ensure that all is ready should evacuation be our only recourse.
See?
Then whatever your business, I suggest you be brief.
Wow, what a dick.
Though we cannot boast the boundless wisdom of Charlian, we have first-hand knowledge of foreign cultures and have conversed with no small number of peoples. These experiences have taught us fundamental truths that cannot be recorded in any tome, nor charted on any map. The beating heart of this planet is its people, many of whom would give anything, even their lives, to protect the lands they love. Many may choose to join you in the end. But what of those unwilling or unable, for whom escape will never be an option? What would you have them do? To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, Father. It is indolence. This is why we choose to fight.
We'll not ask for your understanding, Father. Only that you don't turn a blind eye to the good we have done. That we can still do. We're not children in need of protection. Hold fast to your principles and let the world burn if it please. But we believe there is still another way. And if there is, we will find it. You see if we don't.
Do as you will. Just stay out of our way.
Were he not so consumed with self-righteousness, he might tell you how proud he is of you both.
We certainly are.
Bold words call for bold action. And there'll be no turning to your father should plans go awry.
As if I ever would. So long as there are those who wish to stay and fight for this star, we have to do what we can to help them.
And if we're to do that, we'll need to be well rested. Wouldn't you agree? And having triumphed over what we once thought to be the source of all evil, I can think of no one in greater need of at least a dozen winks.
Just a few naps.
Shall we then? To the Annex, to prepare for tomorrow.
That was good. Well, I think I am gonna go ahead and call it there for the night. 'Cause that was wonderful and fun. And I think a very good summary of everything we've done up until now. And also, the cat wants it, which is very important. So, with that stream, I'll bid you all a very fond farewell and good night. I'll see you next time.